Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. This is episode 5, and before we do anything else, I would like to level up some. So I did look up more info on rogues and probably spent way more time than I should have looking at people's different builds and everything. And basically, long story short, I decided what I thought I was going to do earlier and just kind of make my own build. So we can't take anything except Lacerate in this tree yet, 'cause we need either a higher level or more points or both. Um, Could put this in there to get that one next time. I don't think I'm going to. I've decided I was really tempted to kind of go for like 100% crit chance, high crit damage build, but the downside of that is that a lot of your best attacks are auto crits, and there's a lot of other ways to get crits besides that. So I'm not going to go for 100% crit chance. We'll probably end up getting pretty close to it anyway, just for other reasons. But I really want to go for a high crit damage build. I am going to go for speed. I don't think, unfortunately, you can grab the bonuses to it, which sucks, because it costs too many points. You'd have to put, what, 5 other points in there, so that'd be 1, 2, 3. You'd have to even select a bonus to a mode you're never going to use to get energized speed. And 90% for all talents. That's definitely a nice increase. This one's a little tempting. Then you could get that, and you could get Harmony as well, which gives you greater attack chance and critical chance while using speed, and stun chance, although it's a very small one. Tempting, but we'll see if we have extra points for that. That's not going to be my first priority, especially because in 2 levels we'll be getting a specialization as well, and those are really good. So yeah, the basic idea is to be doing a lot of auto attacks using Unforgiving Chain to build up your crit chance. Hopefully the speed will make them super fast. And then you can use Explosive Strike to sacrifice that. And then follow that up with Twin Fangs and other heavy hitting abilities, and that should hopefully be a lot of burst. So we'll see how that works out. But let's get back to the game for now. So, alright, we're going to put speed since it's sustainable. Put it over here. I don't know what this slot's for. Alright, we will activate speed though. Alright, that's not too much of our stamina. We won't have a lot of points to spend for willpower, so we probably won't get much more stamina or health than we have now. We'll have to rely on dexterity and other things to keep us out of harm's reach. Okay, so Darktown is where we need to go for Tranquility. I think is the quest to meet Anders, and then Birthright is the quest to break into our estate. Gamlen's house is where we are now. What do we have to do in Hightown? Oh, that's just a bonus quest. Alright, let's go to Darktown then. What's at night? Oh, you can do that at night too. Interesting. And of course we have quests up on Thundermount. But let's stay in town for now. We have 2 quests to do here. Sounds like a good place to go. Yeah, it's a low town once housed city slaves, and sections could be quarantined off in case of rebellion. That's kind of what I guessed. Bunch of pebbles. I do remember this area. Not my favorite place in the game. Kind of boring. Oh, thugs. Alright, so this goes.
I can't move! And that's how we like it.
Gasmatastic. Gasmaflask. That was the wrong. Okay. I wonder if there's a way. Is there a buff or something that tells you how your explosive chain is doing? I'll have to look out for that. I guess we should level up our party as well. Alright, Varric. Let's give you some more dexterity for now. Bianca is his unique tree, and since he's a ranger, marksman is also pretty good. What do we have here? Pinning shot immobilizes a target, or bursting arrow loads on impact. Fire damage. Oh, he already has these 2. Alright, sweet. Hail of arrows. Sounds good as well. Or versus brittle targets, which is what a mage does to targets. Oh, this is good. Gotta smoke obscure. Yeah, because that gives buffs to our rogue as well. Alright, let's go with Hail of Arrows for now, though. Or, wait a minute. Let's see what's in here. Oh, requires level 9. Alright, well that answers that then. We'll put into Hail of Arrows. For Bethany... For a couple more points of willpower. Maybe we'll get her to like 200 mana and then put the rest into magic. Probably need some for equipment at least. Healing, we already have healing. We can't do haste without Heroic Aura. That could be good, giving it Valiant Aura. Increase critical chance for all party members and increase damage. Kind of like that actually. Use the party with speed. Attack speed plus 50%. Oh, it's okay. It's an activated. I thought it was a sustained ability. I'm like, wait a minute. That would be incredibly powerful if all of our attack speed was that high. You can also get greater heal. Lots of good choices there. Pyromancer, Firestorm. I don't know if there's friendly fire in normal mode or not. Maybe I should worry about that. But for now, I'm going to put some points into here, I think. Heroic Aura sounds good. And for Aveline, let's put some points in the Constitution. You might need some strength later on to wear better armor and stuff, but I think this will be good for now. Alright, weapon and shield. Inflicts damage. The physical force is nice, but I don't know if I want more damage. She is, after all, a tank. What about Vanguard? Good offense is the best defense. Increases attack, that increases damage. Yeah. Defender, okay, that's probably what we want. Okay, so this is basically makes her good against magic. This is good against physical things. I really want things that have aggro, though. Warmonger? That maybe has something? Yeah, taunting foes, there we go. He has taunt. I guess to get better taunt, and what is bravery? Actually, that's not all that great. But I do want bellow. So let's give her pommel strike as well. Alright, enough leveling. I think this is Anders over here.
Free marchers, all shims are the same down here.
Kirkwall, Darktown. It was once a mine. Huh. Undercity. Yep, that's what it kind of seems like. Right, both our objectives are over here. Gather your party. Yeah, this is going to be... Oh, that's the way into the estate.
This is the cellar door. Let's go in and see why Gamlin lied.
Let's meet Anders first. Right, he's a spirit healer, so makes sense he would be here.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
See, it's weird, like, on paper, you think I would really like Anders. Like, he's a healer, he's a mage, he's not afraid to stand up for what's right, but something about him, it's just, I don't know, not my favorite.
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death? Not healing and salvation.
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat.
Oh.
Or Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the Deep Roads.
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
Oh, at least he's doing well and didn't get tainted by that darkspawn he scratched. I wonder if he says that even if the warden doesn't give him the cat in the import. I would guess so, because it could always just be somebody else that gave him a cat that he named the same thing.
So you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
Should he really be telling me about all those things? Those are trade secrets. Like, it's not common knowledge that Grey Wardens imbue the Darkspawn taint, although you could probably guess at it if you knew enough about them, but...
I'm part of an expedition into the Deep Roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted Deep Roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested... Although... a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a warden map of the depths in this area. But there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
Well, I agree. I agree with everything he said except for the part about I've yet to meet a mage that wants to control anything. Like, head to Tevinter and throw a stone. You'll probably hit one. I actually honestly haven't thought that much about what my character thinks about mages. Having not had... Well, okay. Her contact... She hasn't had much contact with any kind of blood mage or evil mage. All she's known is her sister and her father. That, coupled with the fact that I think she's kind of like the... Yay, freedom. Like, she wants to be able to do her own thing as well. I think she'd have a lot of sympathy for the mages who want to be free of the Circle.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Carl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Now that seems extreme.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
See, in Ferelden, their policy is that once you become a full mage and go through your harrowing, you can't be made tranquil no matter what you do. But apparently that's not the policy here.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Carl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
So I guess they allow... I could see that, because Templars are part of the Chantry, so they wouldn't want to no matter how much they hate mages, they probably wouldn't want to restrict their religious freedoms. I knew the Circle Tower in Ferelden had a Chantry as part of it, because the nearest Chantry is probably far away. But since the Kirkwall circle is inside the city, it makes sense that they would just use the High Chantry here.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You've convinced me. What's your plan?
I welcome your aid. I have already sent word for Carl to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Join us there, and we'll ensure that no matter who is with him, we all walk away free.
Alright, so that's pretty cool. We have a new companion and a new quest. Anything? Chapter 4, we haven't read Chapter 2 or 3 yet. Spoiler alert. Alright, I'm not going to read that anyway. So, what is down here? Not sure. I'm also not sure we get to come back here after doing this. I mean, not like the area's going to be closed off or anything, but I feel like doing the estate, we might emerge like in Hightown or wherever it comes out. Then I'd have to go all the way back here. I might as well just explore while I'm down here. See if there are any other quests we could pick up or loot we could find. There's a health potion.
The refugees live here. It's almost enough to make me grateful for Uncle Gamlen.
Almost.
Being
What's
a
over here?
guardsman seems like a better life than being a soldier. Oh? My brother was a soldier. It's all about taking land and serving some king you've never met. Guardsmen, they do something real. They protect people. They make their lives better.
I don't know if I agree.
Neither would my brother.
Yeah, soldiers have an important role to play as well, at least in times of war.
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawke. Haven't seen you since we did that job together for Athenril. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the Deep Roads, and right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
We can't all make a living in the Undercity.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? Athenril's scarce these days, and the coterie have their own mixers. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Seems I've got old friends all over the city. Convenient. So I guess, okay, they're poisons and grenades, which I guess I should be using because I'm actually a rogue. Alright, so we'll keep out an eye for these as well. Philandris. Sounds like a elven name. Oh yeah, my good friend Philandris from Orlathan. You know him. Wonder what it means.
Take what I like. That's what I say.
Whoops. Alright. It'll be nice to have, like, stealth or something, so I don't have to, like, aggro first.
You go through me before anyone else.
What does that mean? Stun?
Get back!
Oh! That circle might be... Is that the Unbroken Chain animation, then? Yeah, I think it is. Never attack the rogues. So I guess you have to attack the same target. I guess that makes sense. Alright, that's cool. So you can watch that icon build, and then once it builds all the way up, then I'll hit, what's it called? Explosive Strike? Yeah. I can follow it up with a backstab, probably. Or I could use backstab to get to a target.
Could I suggest that we never come here again?
Deathroot.
I saw a spawn once. It looked like Uncle.
Saw what? A spore? Who are these people? Don't look friendly. Danzig. That name sounds familiar. I don't know if I remember him or if we've heard about him before.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
Mr. Plint's remains. The remains of a missionary sister who sought to bring the chant of light to the dark places of Kirkwall. The Chantry archivists are always looking to catalog their lost on the memorial wall. Sounds like we should pay the Chantry a visit at some point. Well, for two reasons. One for Anders' quests, and one for that quest. Anders is at night, and that one is at day. Alright, well, that is Lowtown. Darktown. Wait, is Darktown part of Lowtown? No, Lowtown is the other place. This whole area is Darktown. I gotcha. Why did the map thing change then? What's down there? Is that not also part of Darktown? Nice view. At least you're like on the ocean. You're not gonna have like a gas break come up and kill everybody in their sleep. Well ventilated. Nice cool ocean breeze and the smell of fresh air. Too bad that it's not like a view of the ocean, it's a view of whatever inlet leads to Kirkwall. Or the bay or a harbor or whatever it is. I don't know if... It's probably not going to show me on the map. Is there a world map? There's not. If Kirkwall is like, is this the only straight into the Waking Sea from...
Food is what you can keep down.
From the ocean, or is it just on the way to the way to the harbor? I don't know. Right, here we are. We won't be sneaky. Probably take Aveline in first since she's our tank. I'm assuming our tactics are auto-updating as well. Taunt.
Now you fall.
I wish there was a target that didn't automatically attack them. Still gotta figure out some of the combat things in this game. Light helmet. Alright, we could wear that, I guess. Although I have to find out how to hide head slot. Pretty sure that's a thing. Oh, I think I already have it in options. I set that earlier. Alright, cool. Wait, gameplay... Hide helmet. There it is. Let's see what it looks like without being hidden. It looks really stupid. Definitely going to hide the helmets. Alright, we had that settled. Bit of coin. Head up this way. Assassins lurk on the edge of fight, striking from the shadows before slipping away again. The backstab didn't seem to... Oh, I see. I'm too far away to attack, I guess, is the idea.
I think I got blood on my coat.
Seems like the auto-target and attack button only works if you're already in range of them. So I will probably have to use backstab as a gap closer then. Portrait of your mother. Oh, I have to give that to her.
crest. Mother described it, but this is the first time I've seen it. Wouldn't it feel like something to live in a house with this above the door?
Oh, so that's my family crest. Not too shabby. It's truly sad what happened to the Amels, isn't it? I still remember grandmother talking about the balls that Lard Aristide used to hold at their estate. Oh, okay. Anyway. And the Antivan violin players and dances from Afsana. No expense was spared and no one would dare miss it, lest someone think they aren't worthy of invitation. But then poor Rivka had the child. Magical talent running one of Kirkwall's most prominent families. Templar had considered Lord Aristide to be Viscount after Threnhold's arrest. Can you imagine the scandal had he been chosen? They whisked the child away to the circle, and the Amels simply had no luck after that. Leander ran away with a Ferelden mage, and then Damien was accused of smuggling. Poor Lord Faustin almost bankrupted his family trying to get the charges dropped, but I hear Viscount Marlowe simply wanted the Amels out of the picture, and it worked too, didn't it? By the time Lord Faustin got sick, there was only young Gamlen left and a mountain of dead. Marcher's fortune rises and falls with the tide. That was written by people who took our estate. Or, I guess they didn't take it. I guess they bought it. But still, if the deed shows that it was Mother's and not Uncle Gamlen's, then it wasn't his to sell, and that means it is still rightfully ours. Oh, a trap. Okay.
All set.
Did I get it? I don't see the trap anywhere.
You will fall.
I'll have to forgive me as I still forgot this combat thing.
Order will rule.
Okay, it doesn't have to be on the same target. You guys ready?
Waste of life, but not my choice.
He died before I could backstab him, but still. Or explosive strike him, I guess. Whatever it's called. Canted staff. Perhaps Bethany could use that? Yes, she can. Very nice. Same appearance, though. Oh, hey there, buddy. Let's build this up. Here we go.
You do get results, don't you?
I don't know if I killed them with the explosive strike or if one of the others killed them from afar. Hard to tell. There's chapter 2 of the history of Kirkwall. Alright.
Watch your step.
That bastard Gambler put you up.
That should do it.
I knew I should have slit his throat.
Why am I running over there?
Let's finish this.
Heck, what are you doing? Why is she standing there? Oh, he's immune, okay. I forgot about that. Mages can become immune in this game. And teleport too. That's right, I remember not liking that because there's nothing in the lore that says a mage can teleport. Also, I don't think your mages can teleport, can they? Stop breathing so heavily. Jeez. At least they're squishy. History of the Circle. That's probably a leftover codex from the first game. The chest?
Done.
I'm glad we have 20 cunning. Plus 19 attack. Plus 2% critical chance. I will certainly take that. Very nice mask. Not in terms of appearance, but in terms of stats at least. Alright, we're almost there. Irium Flood Helm. That could be good for Aveline. We also have a Vault Key. Oh, maybe she can't wear it. He needs more strength. Okay. Oh, and restriction Brell and Hawke. Why is it restricted to me? Oh, companions can't actually wear armor. Huh. Alright, that sucks. I think maybe that's the idea. You can upgrade their armor instead of... Oh, that sucks. Okay, well... Hopefully they change it back for Inquisition, because now I have no use for things such as this. We'll just have to sell it, I guess.
That's the vault. Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
Maybe some loots too? Diamond. Oh, lots of gold.
This is it. Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
Might disapprove if I say not yet, but I want to explore some more.
I still want to look around. All right, but hurry.
Yay, she didn't disapprove. Alright. I don't want to get caught going up here, but wait. Oh, I can't go up here, I don't think. I see a little exit map thing. I came down this way. I-10, yeah, okay. Guess we don't have much of a choice then. And like I thought, we would exit from Hightown. What's this over here? Shawl. Oh, we threw the shawl to somebody? Alright, let's
I'm
do that while
sorry
we're
I
here.
couldn't get you more information about the circle, Bethany. It's difficult without naming you. Thank you for being discreet. I don't want the Templars at my door. No one does. Let them corral the troublemakers. I just want information. Right. It sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, doesn't it? I wouldn't have said, but yes.
Alright, their presets are updating. That's good to know. I like the tooltip updates too, that's good. Numpad 4, 5, and 6 are on my mouse, that's why I'm not really reaching over to the numpad.
Quintus, can't I have
I do wish there were more
one
key bindings
drink?
though.
I think I found something of yours. I had never thought to see this again. Thank you.
50 silver. Not bad. What are we up to now? 17 gold, okay. Third of the way there. I'd like to have some extra, because there's some stuff I'd like to buy before we go to the deep roads. But we'll do all the quests we can.
Wesley never had children? I mean, sorry if that's too personal. It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a Templar. We knew that our personal lives would have to wait. Distance never mattered. But we ran out of time. It is what it is.
That's to the Chantry. Alright, let's go there during the day first.
That's too personal.
I don't remember the last thing she said. That's the Chantry symbol, I think. The son of Andraste. Something like that. I don't know.
Maybe I should put you to use, Varric. Have you penned some warnings for the lawless?
Who's that for? Are most criminals big readers? Seems like pacifying the nobles.
Pictures, then. It was just a suggestion.
Pictures.
Well, how about a giant sign that just says don't?
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods. Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children. They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond. All men are the work of the Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others know this: there is but one truth. All things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lies. All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. Those who steal from their brothers and sisters do harm to their livelihood and to the peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a heavy heart. Transfigurations 1, verse 1 to 5. This is from the Chant of Light, and a lot of these quotes you can hear in the game.
Could hit people with it.
Thank you. I get the point.
Really cool how they actually took the time to write large portions of the Chant of Light. Not the whole thing, because it's quite long, I believe, but they can always add to it as the world develops. And apparently, the Chant of Light is only ever sung
I shall
all
not be
full
left to
through
wander the drifting roads of the Fade.
in the High Cathedral in Orlais. Right, we know about Andraste already, so I'm not going to read about that. There's that
There is
symbol
no-
again.
Oh,
May the
Maker,
Maker's
why
gaze
can't I
be
remember
upon
how
you.
it goes?
You know, I heard Sister Alima has been dipping into the spirits again.
Have you noticed the smell coming off her lately? It's like she's been swimming in hard liquor.
Let's just hope she doesn't get too close to the candles.
Those children. The orphan Fereldens ran off again after we fed them.
I wish they'd let us help them. It'd be better than scraping by on the streets of Darktown.
Upstairs. Here's where we turn in that quest. Brother Plinth the Archivist.
Did you misplace this?
Bless my fool spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
Alright. I like how there's like quarantine area. Like, I wish I could go up here, but you can't. Because in a church like this, there obviously would be other passages to the other levels and to the ramparts and all, where they need to clean and manage the bell tower. So it's cool if you go up in like ancient churches and bell towers, like to see, like, you can actually go to like the Dome of St. Peter's, but The passages are very tiny and were obviously meant for a single person who was like a repairman, not meant for tourists 500 years later.
A lady of ill repute. Those eyes, oh Maker, and those legs.
I'm not sure the Maker wants to hear about that. Shouldn't you be confessing your sins like somewhere else? Locks of the Golden. Guess we have to give those to somebody. Satirical tome about a deluded brother of the Chantry who saw peace between elves and humans. Condemnation of the fanatics of both races. It is favored by radical elves choosing to live in Darktown. Well, why he's deluded if he's seeking peace. Guess we can deliver that to somebody in Darktown next time we're in the neighborhood. But before we go, is there another set of stairs? Because I want to talk to... There is. It looks like this Chantry has a Grand Cleric. And I remember my hierarchy. Each Chantry has a revered mother, but the Grand Cleric is in charge of a whole nation. Which I guess is akin to like an Archbishop or a Cardinal? Probably a Cardinal. I kind of skipped some ranks in Dragon Age. But the Sermons of Divine Renata the First. And on the Maker. This is, I believe this is the first verse of the chant. There was no word for heaven or earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. And from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forge you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne, and sang hymns of praise unending. But their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image have I wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew that he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn, and took from the Fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth sky, for winter summer, for darkness light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the Fade I crafted you, and to the Fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Threnodies 5, 1-8. So is Threnodies the first verse of the first canticle of the chant? Not sure. I suppose I should be singing that because it's a chant, but trust me, you guys do not want to hear me sing. So I'm just going to read those. It would be really cool to see, like, I wish, like, there was a choir somewhere that actually sung the chant from this game. Like, in my college, we actually had a Gamer Symphony Orchestra, which was amazing. But I don't think they ever did any Dragon Age songs. Alright, let's talk to Grand Cleric Elthina.
Maker's blessing, child. I am Elthina, Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. And I believe you're new to our city. It was a near thing what happened in Ferelden. But in the end, the Maker stepped in.
You would think that being the Grand Cleric, she could afford a new pair of gloves. Maybe that's intentional, though. Maybe she has to, like, physically touch you to bless you or something, and that's why there's a finger missing.
I hear a lot about the Knight Commander here. What can you tell me?
Gossip is a sin, child. Knight Commander Meredith has an admirable devotion to her duties.
To the exclusion of all else.
It is not my role to form opinions on her character.
For some reason, I get them confused. But when I hear Meredith, I always think of Aveline. I guess she looks like Meredith, maybe, but Meredith is the Knight Commander.
Why are circle mages here kept in a Tevinter prison?
Ah, so soon you take an interest in our problems.
Been here a year.
The short answer is it was a building. A large one. Should it have sat empty? The Chantry found a use for what was once a horror. It is the nature of men to move on and forget the past. Even your blight will be a distant memory in our lifetimes.
Not sure if she would want a blessing. I wonder if it actually does affect anything, because it is a choice, but...
I have things to do.
May you walk in Andraste's light.
I don't think Brelin is particularly religious sort. Alright, well, that is that. I think I'm going to end this episode here, and when we come back, we will return here after dark and meet with Anders' contact. See you guys then.